can get into a rut, and that's why when I teach meditation, I like to teach all different types of techniques, and I encourage people to choose from this buffet of techniques that I teach, so that they can see which is the best one that works for them. And then, of course, to do the one thing that I say is the number one mistake that people make in beginning a meditation practice. Would it be okay if I mention that right now?
Yes, please.
Would that be a good time? Okay. So what I've noticed, Vanessa, that so many beginning meditators do is when they are starting to meditate, they might just sit down and begin to meditate. They would never think about running 5 miles without stretching or doing any vigorous activities without some type of warming up. But somehow we think that it's okay just to sit down and meditate, and that our mind will slow down or our mind will stop. And what I found is that just with like warming up before exercising or doing some stretching, that it's really important to do some internal stretching before beginning a meditation practice. So, for example, some of my favorite exercises before meditating, one is called gazing. And what it is just simply with a really soft focus, just looking at maybe a candle flame, a beautiful photo, a flower, a spiritual teacher that inspires you, the picture of a spiritual teacher that inspires you. It could be looking at a seashell, just something that brings beauty and joy to you. And so just gazing at that object for a few moments before you do start to close your eyes, or however you do your meditation practice. I do teach a closed eye silent meditation. So that's the one thing that so many people don't do that I encourage listeners to incorporate, is to begin some way of slowing down. It could be also slowing down before meditating, could also be something like doing some sketching. It could be doing some yoga, a few yoga poses, doing some Tai Chi, something that gets you in the mood, that helps change us from all the thoughts that are going in into a more gradual slowing down, so that we finally can get to the goodies that meditation brings.
Well, that's a wonderful suggestion. I know that when I first started meditating, I made the rookie mistake you just described of not only rushing into it, but I did a full week meditation retreat where I had to meditate 6 hours a day without ever having meditated before in my life. And
oh, wow.
I mean, people who haven't meditated may laugh, but I was thinking, well, if I just, stand up and kill this teacher, maybe it'll stop. I was thinking, how can I run out of the room? How can I, anything just to make it stop? And so I wound up finding my passion for it, but it wound up being a much more painful process than needed.
Mm-hmm.
And in my,
you know what I mean? Some people, maybe that works for some people. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. What works for me, and would this have been maybe more palatable for you, Vanessa, is starting out slowly. This is what I recommend. Just starting out in the beginning of a meditation practice, just meditating for 5 to 15 minutes, and then slowly working up from there to maybe 20 or 30 minutes a day or a session. So, slowly beginning, just adding on to it step by step, baby steps is what I normally recommend. So I don't know if that would have worked better for you or not, but maybe you're the type of person that likes being thrown into the pool like that.
Well, I always have to jump in. That's how I get started. But I have learned the benefit of taking a nice slow path, because it encourages a different experience along the way. And just those simple activities that you described, like gazing at a candle flame or a flower, can be in and of themselves beneficial. So that if any of you listening just decide that you're going to smell, taste, and experience your coffee more slowly, or stare at a flower and smell it and get the intricacies, those little states of mindfulness in and of themselves can be so healing, never mind becoming